We are even I can trade. You will be assimilated. Your trading knowledge and distinctiveness will be added to our own. You will click the like button. You will subscribe to this channel. You will share this content with at least one other friend. Resistance is futile.
What's up, Even I Can Traders? We are back for another video. In this video, I want to talk about a theory that I actually came up with when I was watching some success stories of other traders. I like to see people who are further advanced in this same trading style than I am. Just as confirmation that, you know, this stuff actually works and it's not pie in the sky and it's not just some numbers on a spreadsheet that, you know, whatever. I want to see that this is realistic, that the amount of trades, the time frame is realistic. You know, all of this stuff that we're aiming for has been done by people before, and I'm not missing something major, that there's a major flaw sitting in the future that I can't see. So in watching some of these interviews, I started to see a pattern and picked up on a pretty good pattern that coincides with why I'm doing even the $500 challenge, right? And that, I'm just going to call it the 1,000 trade theory. 1,000 trade theory. Okay. So why do I call it that? So, you know that I started this channel and this trading and everything with $500. And at first I was thinking like, okay, nobody speaks to people that don't already have, you know, six figures, that don't already have, you know, years of trading. I mean, people speak to, you know, beginners and everything like that. But when you see their accounts and you see their success stories and you see Instagram and people are touting that, oh, I made, you know, $60,000 in 5 minutes and all this kind of stuff, which is possible and all this kind of stuff, but it's so disconnected from reality. It's so disconnected from, it's so intimidating, right? It's so out there that, you know, it's so pie in the sky. Like, you can't even hope to do that every single day consistently. You can't rely on that. You can't build a business on that. You can't build a lifestyle going out and thinking, I'm going to go out and, you know, take my $500 savings from my Wendy's job and make $60,000. It's crazy talk, right? So I started this because I want to talk to people who don't have a lot of money, who don't have a lot to start with, who don't have a lot of resources, to show that you can get there. It's going to take time and hard work and concentration and focus and all of that. But you can eventually, if you take the tortoise route and not the hare route, get there. And I still have people in my Discord that are, you know, allured, have that nugget in their eye that I'm going to, you know, place a call trade and make 500% in 2 seconds and whatever. And, you know, skip the process and skip ahead, and make, you know, $10,000 today or whatever. I still have that mentality is a toxin. And there's so much out of like when I'm looking at Discord, not Discord, but like YouTube, when I'm looking at Instagram, when I'm looking at whatever, it's a toxin. And Bitcoin, the Bitcoin sphere is like this. It's like, you know, we're going to go to the moon. We're going to take Dogecoin and we're going to be trillionaires and all this kind of stuff instantly. And it's full of people trying to skip the process. There's like no respect for the process and the time and the energy that it takes. And traders who have gotten there know full well what it took and how many accounts that they've blown up and how many dollars that they've lost, trying to do that, trying to refine whatever works for them, to finally get consistent success. So not enough people, in my estimation, talk about what it really takes and why it really takes that to be consistently successful. It takes a long time. So what I was thinking, you know, and hearing these people talk, one thing that I saw that I can quantify, that I know will work for anybody, is set your sights on 1,000 trades. 1,000 trades. I've heard multiple people talk about, basically it took 1,000 trades for them to be successful. And then I looked at the spreadsheet here. I looked at my trade tracker. I looked at all this stuff. And I said, that's right. That is correct. And I even thought about my own history. And it's absolutely spot on. 1,000 trades. If you can survive 1,000 trades, you will be successful. I almost want to say I guarantee it, but I can't. But I strongly believe so. I'll say that. And 1,000 trades is a ton of trades. Look at what we've done so far. Okay. And right here, we've got 40 days of trading and we've done 78 trades. 78 trades, we have made 280%. And not all the trades are good, right? Bad trades, right? Losses in there. But we're up 281% in 40 days, 78 trades. What will it be once I'm at 780 trades? And we're compounding on top of that, right? And I can even answer that because we can project out 40 days, right? Here we are. So we're trading at about 2 trades a day, something like that. Almost, yeah, about 2 trades a day. Okay. So if I come over here and I project out, so that means 1,000 trades will be about 500 days. So let's go down to day 500. Where are we at? Right here, 500. Successful. Starting with excuse me. Change this to 500. Okay, 500. Then we go down to 500 days. Okay, successful. Still. And this is being conservative. This is the conservative wealth calculator, right? So we're being super conservative. We're down to 1% by day 500. You know, pretty easy trades comparatively speaking. And we're at $100,000 and we got 95,000 in the bank. A total of almost $200,000. 1,000 trades, people, starting with $500. Okay, 1,000 trades. The reason why this is so important, you don't want to skip the process here. You want to go through this process is because all of this experience. In the last video, I was just talking about, you know, that February 9th day that gave me so much grief. You need to experience that. You need to experience that loss. You need to know what that feels like, what that is, that can happen. And you need to feel it with real money on the line. You need to feel that fear. You need to feel that sweat in your palms when the market's making a move like that. When you only have, you know, $500, $1,000, 200, $2,500, you want to feel that then. You don't want the first time that you come across a day like that to be when you have $50,000 on the line. You need that experience. That experience is the difference between you blowing up when you got $1,000 and blowing up when you got $100,000, because you could save up instead of spending this time trading, instead of spending this time, you know, watching my videos. You could save up and maybe get a job where you get a nice bonus or something like that, get a $30,000 bonus and you worked all year for it. And maybe you worked 2 years and you got 60,000 saved up and you're finally ready to trade. Or maybe you go out and get a loan. You go out and get a home equity loan or something like that, with the housing prices going crazy and stuff like that. And you bought a house when it was low and now you got all this home equity and you're just like, oh, I'm going to do something with the home equity. You know, and Ron says, go ahead and trade. Even I Can Trade says, look at what I can do. You know, I can make 5% a day or 3% a day or whatever. Let me go, you know, I don't want to start with 500. I don't want to, you know, start way down here and slog and slum and waste all this time when I could just start right here and I could just throw in $50,000 in the market that I've saved up for years, and I could just skip all of this and I could start right here. Why don't I do that? Right? So you don't want the first time that you see something to be when you have $50,000, $60,000 on the line, $100,000 on the line. You want to have already seen that a few times. And if you trade 1,000 trades, you will have seen most of what the market has to offer many times over. You will get a feel, you'll get that sixth sense that traders have that's like, I'm not feeling this. That we really can't put a thumb, we can't really describe it. We could try. We can use our tools and say, oh, the stochastics look like this, and this particular candle was looking like this, and we had a doji and all this kind of stuff. But there's a feel that you get with experience that it just doesn't feel right, or it does feel right. Like yesterday, like Friday, if you looked at my last video, I said it just felt right. It felt good. You don't have enough trading knowledge to even get that feeling if you didn't put in the reps. This is steroids, right? It's steroids. This is why I don't want you to use steroids. Okay? We want natural building. We want natural bodybuilding. Whatever you want to call it, right? This is how you develop the tools, the mental capacity, the mental fortitude to be able to keep this once you get there, because you need the experience. Somebody put it really good on one of the interviews that I was watching, and he said when the market has two sides, which it does. One side, you have a person with experience, and on the other side, you have a person with money. And the market is all about exchange, right? So what happens in that exchange is the person with the experience, the person with the money is going to get the experience, and the person with the experience is going to get the money, right? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? The market is just a medium of exchange. Okay. You cannot skip the experience part. You don't want to. I don't care how much money that you have. If you're going to engage in this style of trading, you need the experience so that later you can get the money and keep the money. Okay. If you want to do 1,000 trades, then put in $50,000. Okay. That's another person in an interview that I saw, is that's what the person did, is they traded for, I think it was 8 months straight. I think they started in like 2019 or something like that. And they're at $1 million now, but they started with a very small amount, kind of like what I'm starting with right here. A couple hundred, maybe $1,000 or something like that. Traded for 9 months, 7, 8, 9 months, something like that, before they ever added $1 to their account more. Because they had to get that experience. They understood the value of experience, and they saw all these different market conditions. And I would even argue maybe that's not enough, because we've been in a bull market for so long. It's been before 2022, we were in a bull market for like years, right? People had entered the market never having seen a bear market. So it's like, okay, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? This is totally different than what I'm used to. And then you've got all this money on the line, and you're facing a new challenge that you're not even used to. Well, it's beneficial now because, hopefully you started trading before 2022. You saw a bull market and a bear market and a corona market. So you've seen all different kinds of markets in a short span of time. That's experience that you need to be able to trade comfortably with these larger dollar amounts. Because I'm telling you right now, if you have no experience and you're pressing the button and you have $50,000 moving up and down and fluctuating $1,000 here, $2,000, $5,000 every second, it's a different feeling, bro. It is a very uncomfortable feeling, but it will be comfortable if you've gradually worked up to that amount. If you've done it contract by contract by contract, right? So my challenge to you is to start with that small dollar amount. I don't care how much money that you have. If you don't have the experience already, start with a small dollar amount. It doesn't have to be 500, maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 2,000, something like that, whatever. An amount that if you spin it, you wouldn't really think twice about it. You might think once, but you wouldn't think twice, right? Say the same money that you would take to Las Vegas knowing that you're going to lose, but have fun, right? Put it in a slot machine. You know, you're probably not going to win much, if anything, but you're going to have some fun. You're going to blow it on food. You're going to blow it on whatever. The same money that you would take to Las Vegas, that's what I want you to start with here. And I want you to put in 1,000 trades. 1,000. They don't all have to be good. They don't all have to be successful. They can be on the same days like I'm doing, but 1,000 of them. By the time you get to 1,000, you should be successful if you're still in the game. Okay? So that's what I want to say. Don't skip. Don't skip the experience, because the experience is what's going to lead you to get to the money. All right? This is a business. You have to think about this like a business, because it is a business. This is your business. Okay? This is your own private business. Money generating, profitable business with inventory, with you as the employee, with you as the CEO. Okay? Here's our product. This is our product. Okay? You have to treat it that way. Don't skip. All right? All the other professions, if you want to be a doctor, you have to go to school for years, almost like what, a decade, to be some certain specialties. If you want to be an engineer and you want to make engineer money, you have to go to engineer school, right? If you want to be a trader, you don't have to go to trader school, but you kind of do. And that's the market. The market's going to teach you, and the market's going to keep teaching you until you finally get the point that trading isn't for you, or now you have experience to be a good trader. Okay. 1,000 trades, not different kinds of trades, not trying, let me try this and let me try that. Let me switch to butterflies. Let me switch to whatever, just spreads, just the same type of spreads, just the same trade. Okay. Trading a butterfly, then a spread, then a condor, then a naked call, then a jade lizard, and all this kind of stuff. That doesn't count. The same trade, 1,000 of them. Okay. Become an expert. Be able to teach somebody how to trade. Then go ahead and put more money into it and more value into it at that point. Okay. So become a professional, become an expert first, become comfortable first. All right. That way, that's when, hopefully, if you learn good habits, you don't blow yourself up, even though some professionals still blow themselves up because they forget, risk management. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.